you at Porter? Those brigands, are they all gone? Wow, this is a relief. I was beginning to think I was done for. Give me a moment to confirm the order details. You put on a clinic out there. Well done. You seem like a port. Go on, use your cube quickly now. I'll feel a lot safer once we're all...
Now displaying your current Porter grade.
Online at long last. This ought to do wonders for our ability to monitor chiralium levels by the plate gate, as well as keep an eye on the tar currents. More accurate data will definitely make travel safer for you and your friends aboard the DHV Magellan too. Ever since the plate gate appeared, we've been seeing increasingly dramatic anomalies all throughout the Australian continent. Some theorise that the UCA's connection to the chiral network destabilised all areas with our coverage. But what's done is done though. Our best bet is to follow suit and connect Australia too. It may also serve you to know that there are 4 environmental observatories, including this one. If you can bring them all onto the network, we're confident we'll be able to calculate where and when the next plate gate will appear. Anyway, you should already have access to the data we designated for you. Now, if we could only manage to get that old road patched up and usable. Well, there's our schematic for an MP shell variant grenade. MP shells explode on impact and are non-lethal munitions that can not only incapacitate humans, but also deal corrosive damage to mechs. And while they're not as effective as blood grenades, they can definitely hurt BTs too. In any case, you might want to keep a few stashed in your grenade pouch at all times. We've also shared data for a grenade pistol. While it's only good for a few shots, this gun lets you fire MP shell grenades as projectiles. Its small profile means it packs easily as cargo and won't get in the way. Naturally, it'll fit snugly into it. Our last contribution, like other skeletons you may have used, it increases your maximum. This particular model also provides, however, when you boost it to move faster, or whenever you benefit from its damage reduction, it'll consume battery power, so make sure you have enough to spare. If you find yourself running low while on the road, you'll need to use a generator, or borrow a private room somewhere to eat. You ought to take one out. It once ran through this region. Saw quite a lot of traffic from what I hear. If you scrounged up enough materials to keep the autopaver fed, you could make it just like it was back in the old days. But it's not like we have everything you'd need just lying around. Restoring roads is a massive undertaking, to put it mildly. Having said all that, east of this facility, you'll find the Smoke Hill mine. Get them operational and processing ores again, and you should have no trouble securing the requisite materials. I've posted a sub-order for this task, so take it. We can't thank you enough. Before you go, you've been getting a lot of praise for all your hard work. And in recognition of this, it seems you've been between the harsh conditions and the violent outlaws, there are fewer and fewer folks willing to serve as porters. But there's no shortage of people who need help. So I encourage you to... You can review the available requests by bringing up the list via you. You'll find a new sub-order too. We need someone to restore the mine. Bet you could benefit from having it operational as well. Anyway, thanks again for going above and beyond. Best wishes and safe travels to you, my friend.
That's some good work, Sam. The DHV Magellan's parked not too far from your position. You'll be able to pick up your next order on the ship. But before that, you should head back to your room and rest up. I imagine you're both pretty tired. You and Dolman.
Order completed. Well done. don't know about you, but I'm exhausted. Perhaps we could take a break? Talking in your sleep. Kept repeating the name Amelie.
Sam, Tarman here. I'd like to brief you on this next order of yours. Once you're ready to head out, access the delivery terminal on the DHV Magellan to proceed.
Sam? What was that just now? Did something happen?
Sam, about the next site we wanted you to bring online with the Cupid. It seems we have a little problem. The tar currents nearby have grown unstable. Under these conditions, it's unlikely we'll be able to establish a chiral network connection. Our scans have identified a potential cause. An unknown device located within a brigand outpost to the north of West Fort Knot. It's hardly an elegant solution, but we need you to destroy it. When you're ready, take on this main order to proceed. The client in this case is the musician. I can't wait to hear what he has to share with the network. Don't let us down, Sam. Hey, Sam, this is Tarman. The disruptor device we need you to disable is located in this area. You should have no trouble whatsoever destroying it using MP bullets, or alternatively, consider getting close enough to... You can use your ring terminal to have APAS hack into it, allowing you to... Be advised though, Sam, that some of the brigands you'll encounter on site will be wearing armor protecting both their heads and bodies, and that every one of these armored units will be wielding a rod. No doubt their aim is to fortify themselves against ranged attacks, allowing them to move in and engage you at close quarters. In light of this development, we've gone ahead and added armored enemies to our VR weapons and combat training programs. This way you can experiment with various methods and find a means of dealing with them that's suited to your personal strengths. That's all the information I have for now. Review your potential routes and finalize your equipment loadout before heading out. We're counting on you, Sam.
Measures to withstand the heat.
I'm counting on you.
Tolerably tolerable. Good morning to you. Drawbridge credentials verified. Welcome, Sam.
Security measures lifted. Weapons detected. Be advised that usage is restricted inside facility grounds.
You notice that sign, Sam? I think someone might need help. I don't know, perhaps we could lend them a hand if we have time. And when we in turn need assistance, we can always build a sign of our own.
Take care, Sam.
Sam, are you planning on entering enemy territory while carrying all that? With that much cargo, they'll spot you in no time. Why not stash your backpack and any excess equipment somewhere safe? And take only what you need for now. Ah, generator. I wouldn't want to be near that if it released its charge. job, Sam. You've disabled the target. All right, let's deliver the cargo. In order to survey an area, I have to rely on a very special power. My strength of will, you might say. The requisite focus can be rather exhausting, but I'm happy to grin and bear it since it's for your sake. So, if you deem it necessary, feel free to send me airborne as many times as you like. It won't use up any battery or chiral crystals either. All it requires is that I place my absolute faith in you. Which I do, so don't hesitate to ask for help. That's the place, huh?
Good day, Sam. Drawbridge credentials verified. Welcome, Sam.
Security measures lifted. Weapons detected. Be advised that usage is restricted in...
Hold on. You're with Drawbridge, am I right? Hope the brigands weren't too much trouble. Though you look okay. Glad you can make it. All right. Let's take a look at this cargo of yours. Everything's in pristine condition. You're the best. I'll definitely have more work for you if you want it. I've been waiting a long time. Okay.
Now displaying your current order grade.
Listen, I'm part of the chiral network, which means everyone can finally listen to my songs. And with the music player, you'll be able to set the mood for your adventures. And just like that, the world's gotten so much bigger. Yeah, looks like my weapon data has been shared with everyone too. So about the recording you brought me, it almost... But there's something off about it. Anyway, I'll send you update. That Tarman's the one who recorded it. Said he heard it while he was out tar fishing. Call me crazy, but we might be doomed. Another interesting thing to note, creatures that hear this song make an effort to avoid... There's not much else I can say with confidence. However... Yeah, I got it from a friend who knows all. This is way back in the day. He said I'd need to protect myself. Taught me how to use it just as well. I'm better. Apparently this shines when you break it out at close range. Incorporates the latest tech as well. In an ideal world, we wouldn't ever need stuff like this. But I bet it's a necessary evil for you. Do what you got. Yep, I can really immerse myself. Sadly, all the music I've made never gets heard by anyone. Still, that's because of that update I pushed you earlier. The new music player function, remember? In it, you'll find a sample when you've got the time, be it on the job or relaxing somewhere. Why don't you gotta get going, huh? Well, you know, I've been wondering how those brigands got their hands on that disruptor. I'm just saying, they certainly don't have the know-how to build one. Oh yeah, I had another favor I wanted that. I lost some cargo near and dear to my heart. Even though I tried my best to keep it I've tracked it to this dangerous place. The request's open to anyone willing to accept, but Anyway, if this kind of works up your alley, then take a look at my...
Thank you so much, Sam. I have high hopes for his work, but I suppose we'll have to wait and see what comes of it. As for that strange device, it seems that its effect on the tar currents blocked all chiral communications. So I think it's only fair that we call it a chiral jammer. Anyway, while the currents in the area have settled down somewhat, we've received a number of troubling new reports. For one, a tar eruption was recorded in the direct vicinity of West Fort Knot. A group of figures clad in red and a large unidentified black mass were observed. Needless to say, the anomalous tar current activity near West Fort Knot may be related to these events. So we can't afford to ignore them and proceed with network expansion. We've got no choice but to investigate and address any cause that may be present on site. The corresponding main order has been added to this delivery terminal. I've got a feeling a difficult fight might be ahead of you, Sam. I strongly advise you to prepare accordingly.
Order completed. Well done. Order accepted. Thank you.
Disengaging weapons restrictions.
Take care, Sam. Remember to rest, Sam.
Take 5.
Hey, Sam, you know that harmonica of yours? Why don't you try playing it for a little bit?
Okay.
Who calls for comfort? Looks like you have what was requested. All that remains now is to drop it off.
Weapons detected. Be advised that usage is restricted inside facility grounds.
Access the delivery terminal to process your orders and requests.
Hey, Sam, I've been waiting for you. Decided to take on that order, huh? Okay, I'll check. Holy crap! You really are a pro. You're always there just when I need you. Allow me to express my gratitude with this data. Do you have enough materials? Why don't I increase the amount you withdraw from here?
Now displaying your current porter grade.
And with talents like those, you might even catch their eye. The Tarlik, I went and shared another music sample with you, by the way. If you can, I would love it if you had a listen. That's right, or so I've heard. They live on the edge of a tar lake to explore the limits of what a human being can handle. Only interested in meeting exceptional folks capable of pushing said limits. Sadly, nobody has... Makes for an interesting story, huh? Which has me wondering, what kind of person would be good enough? Yeah, got it from a kindred spirit in the UCA. Stuff that'll hit you right in the Kandha. When you head back to your room, have a listen. Again, it's weird though. How did something I know I'd stored safely... Anyway, you might want to take care, and please come back soon.
Order completed. Well done. Order accepted. Thank you.
I'll be looking forward to your next visit.
Welcome, Porter. Let's see... Nice.
Now displaying your current Porter grade.
Okay, see ya.
Order completed. Well done.
You're one hell of a Porter.
Not bad. Not bad.
Now leaving chiral network coverage.
We're nearly at our destination. You see anything suspicious?
Good evening, Sam. Drawbridge credentials verified. Welcome, Sam.
Security measures lifted. Weapons detected. Be advised that usage is restricted inside facility grounds.
Sam, that vehicle appears to be locked up tight. You won't be able to take it for a drive.
You a sight for sore eyes. Been a long time, Sam.
Fuck, how you still alive?
Oh, no, I'm just a ghost. Come to take my revenge on you and that bitch Fragile. All the way from the other side. Of course, there's no point in trying to kill you when you won't stay dead. But there are plenty of other ways to make you suffer. Well, the kid kicked the bucket, huh? Shame. Goddamn shame. Then what, you just lugging that coffin or pod? Going on a walkabout? Well, that's touching. Even if you don't know a goddamn thing about Lou.
What are you saying?
Huh? Maybe I can't kill you, you won't die, but you can lose everything you love. And torture yourself for the rest of time, knowing that death will never come for you. So you go on your little walkabout. Go wherever you want, but I will be damned if I let you link up this continent. Not because extinction's my creed, though, no. No, I want to build a world where fear and violence are king. And who do you think will come out on top, Sam? You? With your hippy-dippy network? Or me? With my more rough and tumble methods? I can't wait to find out. Just a good old-fashioned boss fight. Cruelty or collaboration? The eternal choice. Let's put him to the test.
Seems to have done some damage. weapon is ineffective against mechs. We'll need to rely on something else instead. Boy, that must hurt. That was amazing, Sam. Great work. Now let's get this place on the chiral network.
Almost lost it there.
Decontamination in progress. No anomalies detected. Welcome, Sam.
Your name is Sam, isn't it? We owe you one. What in the hell was that thing anyway? It looked like a machine, but none I've ever seen before. Right. We need to assess the situation. Foes like that are no joke. But you made it look easy. I hope we can continue this month. Please use your Cupid.
Now displaying your current porter grade.
Great. No, by the way, we've sent some folks out to recover the wreckage of that giant mech that attacked us. Only prudent. If we learn anything of value, thanks again for...
Sam, this is the President. Due to your tireless efforts, West Fort Knot is now part of the chiral network. A great achievement. I salute you. However, this expansion has done little to address the anomalous activity observed. Only by connecting all of Australia. And by doing so, we will create the optimal conditions for a new Plategate. We are one step closer to making the chiral verse a reality, and ensuring the road ahead is still fraught with peril. But I have the utmost... For now, though, please take a well...
Order completed. Well done.
Was it really Higgs? He's alive.
He called himself a ghost, but
He found a way back from the beach just so he could kill us.
it was definitely his voice I heard. I didn't get a good look at his face, but yeah. He said he came back to get revenge on you and me. Screwing with our plans to link up Australia was just another way to do that.
They were all in red. Just like the ones at your place. That could have been him too.
You think that was Higgs? Did you see him hurt Lou?
I'm not sure.
Fragile, I need you to remember.
I only caught a glimpse. But they were all wearing red. This is all my fault. I had him at my mercy on Amelie's beach. If I'd only finished him off, none of this would have happened.
No. You can't blame yourself. You know, something's been bugging me. Something he said. You don't know a goddamn thing about Lou. It hit me after. He's absolutely right. I mean, the kid's whole life is a total mystery to me. So I gotta ask. Can you look into Lou's past? Find out what you can? Charlie, you, the ship's crew, you all have connections within the UCA, right? And at least one of you has to have access to the UCA archives that were recovered by the Chiral Network.
All right, Sam. Let's see what we can find on Lou.
Really, Sam? There's such a thing as too tight. Oh. That must have been quite the nightmare. I can't feel my legs.
Lou.
Sam, this is Tarmac. Feeling refreshed, I hope. Thanks to all your hard graft, the DHV Magellan can get around a lot more freely now. travel to a given facility, simply open the map with your ring terminal and chart a course to your destination.
So, the files say you worked with Amelie to connect everyone in the UCA to the chiral network. But that despite your best efforts, an extinction event known as the last until she single-handedly sealed off the extinction entity's beach, and in doing... But why am I telling you this? You were there to witness it all. And you, of all people, must know that humanity can never truly escape. The ultimate goal of Drawbridge's mission is to overcome the Death Stranding. If we succeed, at least that's how...
If you refuse, there will be severe repercussions.
But what makes you think you have a choice?
Sam, it's Charlie. Another request is ready for you. You'll find it listed as a main order on the DHV Magellan's delivery terminal. So you know, Sam, Fragile is currently looking into Lou. Meanwhile, Tarman is conducting a separate investigation into the giant. For now, we would like... That is a task only... As the network grows in size, we will have much more information at our disposal. That said, you won't be able to proceed until the situation at West Fort Knott has... It appears that they're in dire need of addition, to the point that they don't even have enough to prepare cargo for your next destination. This next order is intended to alleviate the situation. You're to restore the mine north of F1 and its monorail station to working order, after which you'll deliver a large quantity of excavated materials from the mine. As this is a somewhat complicated order, I'll brief you on the detail. Anyway, I'd appreciate it if you could make... All right, Sam. You'll need to work through several steps to complete this order. To begin with, collect the cache of materials waiting for you on the DHV Magellan. Take these to the mine north of F1. The location has been marked, and when you arrive there, submit the materials using the terminal on site. Next, access the terminal. If all goes well, a large quantity. You'll then need to deliver those materials to West Fort Knott. Consider making use of the monorail located at the mine. Upon your arrival at F1, use the delivery terminal to submit all the materials. That's all there is to it. On this occasion, you'll be delivering some heavy materials. You can use a tri-cruiser to transport them. Alternatively, floating carriers can now be... These carriers are ideal for taking heavy cargo across terrain ill-suited to vehicles. If that sounds good to you, try fabric. And when you're not using the carrier for cargo,
You can hop aboard and kick the ground. Just remember that floating carriers require chiral crystals to function.
Floating carriers can be loaded.
There's another porter here. Since you brought this site onto the chiral network, perhaps they thought they could make use of the additional data to make a safe run. Want to go and say hello?
Thanks for the help.
Hey,
welcome, Sam. Not enough resource. Well done, Sam. I've never seen a working monorail before. Think of all the stuff it could carry. All right then, why don't we extract some materials?
Please submit materials.
Very good, Sam. Now all you have to do is load the extracted materials onto the monorail for transport. Let's begin by...
you actually manage to restore the mod? With it back up and running, you'll be able to Right, would you look at all this? I think it's safe to say we'll have nothing to worry about for a while. We've made some great strides in our research thanks to you. If it's all right, we'd like you to have this. Just wanted to let you know that we're increasing the amount of materials you can withdraw.
Now displaying your current porter grade.
Oh, here's a little something. I got them just for you. They sure weren't easy to come by. Oh. We really, at the risk of stating the obvious, it's gonna take an awful lot of resources to restore the other roads and but at least with this monorail operational, you can bring... That's gonna go a long way towards We can fabricate pickup off-roaders now, by the way. It's a large four-wheel drive vehicle, boasts significant cargo carrying capacity for the hard-working porter. The driver's seat is in an elevated position and exposed by design. This allows the driver to survey their surroundings more easily and engage enemies with small arms if necessary. You can customize it quite a bit too, attach all kinds of different parts as you like. That said, a lot of parts are still in development, but you'll receive their data as soon as it's ready. The schematics for this vehicle have already been shared with everyone on the chiral network. Which means that we can look forward to other people drafting even more new parts. Sure. The monorail network was extensive and once stretched across a good chunk of Australia, but repeated it, and with the constant threat of if you happen to come across a track layer, be sure to feed it, even a small contribution. Anyway, we're so grateful for the assistance.
You managed to save the day, Sam. The people here now have more than enough. They should be able to prepare car. But first, return to the DHV.
Order completed. Well done. Safe travels.
Hey, Sam. How's it going? I have updates for you, if you have time.
I take it you've learned more about Lou?
We followed up on the message Deadman left for you at the lab. About how there was another BB-28, not Lou, who, according to the records, was decommissioned 4 years ago. The first time you and Lou met was about 2 years ago now, when you were entrusted with the BB previously issued to Bridges Corp's disposal. And together, the two of you made it all the way across North America.
Deadman and everyone else at Bridges, they all called Lou BB-28.
Right. Because that was Lou's serial number. You see, we found the records for the BB storage facility. By cross-referencing the data, we confirmed that after BB-28 was decommissioned 4 years ago, Lou was assigned the same designation, and placed into storage.
So what you're telling me is that instead of getting a new serial number, Lou inherited an old one?
As for Lou's mother, following the C-section, it seems she passed away. And that pretty much is the extent of our recent discoveries. Without a still mother to provide support, it makes sense that Lou was kept in reserve. But we still have no idea who approved the serial number reassignment, much less why they did it.
Higgs said there were things I didn't know. Maybe this is what he was talking about.
I think it could be.
I want to know everything about Lou.
You're playing his game, Sam. Chasing after the past is what Higgs wants you to do.
I need to know where Lou came from. I have to know.
If you're sure, Sam, I'll keep digging. In the meantime, you should get plenty of rest before your next mission.
Sam, it seems Tarman decided to leave a few books for you. Right there, by your bed. Reading is a wonderful way to take your mind off things. Trust me. Good morning, sir. There are organisms in this area that I don't believe My understanding is that they're called chiral creatures. Apparently, they will drain your bat. There may be other... And really, you shouldn't be bothering them anyway. There's nothing to be gained from it. That's Tarman's son. He must have placed a photograph in here for safekeeping. This is an important memento. Why don't we go and take it to him?
I found this picture in your book. Is this your son?
Thank you. Yes. He's still out there somewhere, borne along on the currents, with this right hand of mine. It's due to my connection with said missing piece that I can read the movements of the tar. Something akin to a phantom pain. You want to hear the story?
Sure.
I was both a medical doctor and a geophysics researcher once upon a time. In those days, the tar currents were a key focus of mine. This ship was originally built to facilitate my studies, in fact. The deep tar hunting vessel Magellan, we named her. A ship perfectly suited to pursuing the creatures that thrive in the tar's depths. Another avenue of research, you might say. We called them chiral mammals, for lack of a better name. Seemed like the closest fit. Reckoned if we caught one, we could figure out all the mysteries. The tar, the tides, hell, maybe even the stranding.
Whoa, she's a big one.
Strip yourself in, son.
Tar's looking calm. I'll be fine, Pop. You seeing this? I think she's pregnant. Hey, Pop. This is weird.
Storm! And just like that, the tar took my boy, and my hand along with him. At first, I thought this little guy was my son reborn.
If I may ask a question, the hunters that attacked you after you caught the chiral mammal, are you sure they came from within the creature's womb?
Yes. That said, I'm not of the opinion that the hunters were its offspring.
Its womb merely served as a gateway to the other side.
Indeed. The tar and the beach are connected.
I've known Tarman for quite a while now, but it made me wish that I could do some. But setting aside, suppose that cat of his is in fact his son reborn. Does it just hate me?
Extraction was successful. It was transferred to a sterilized pod and sent to a separate facility. Ready to proceed with corpse disposal? 1.
Sam, your next destination is the Northern Environmental Observatory. Like its Western counterpart, this observatory is a critical facility that will help us. To bring it online, you'll have to navigate the canyon to the northeast. But before that, you'll...
Sam, the next site we want you to link up is called Rain. Once the network connection has been established, I recruited them myself when you can pick up the order from... I'm looking forward to seeing you both.